Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever works for you guys when you're listening to this. My name is Arvind, and welcome to the VAR From Perfect Podcast, where three people from Toronto, Canada, talk about the game that they love the most. Football, not soccer. We don't play that game, even though we're from North America. It's football, all right? Let's get that straight. So, as you can see, I'm obviously an Arsenal fan, and I'll let the panel introduce themselves. Sal, what's up, bruh?
Okay, hold on. I didn't get the memo, okay? I was thinking World Cup. We're feeling World Cup. I got my Mexico jersey, just returned from CDMX. Soledad de Mexico. Mexico.
Mexico
But yeah,
City.
I'm a United fan. I swear I'm a United fan. I promise I'm a United fan. I'm proud to wear that jersey this year, okay? Not like last year. But
sure.
we're gonna talk more about United later. But man, I'm excited for the World Cup. Anurup, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, guys. And as you can see, I'm a Liverpool fan and a little, you can say I'm a little bummed out, but hey, I'm just looking forward to the next season,
Yeah.
but yeah, as of now, I'm for the World Cup, I'm supporting Portugal and Canada. Which is my new country right now, but Portugal obviously because my wife is Portuguese.
Yeah, that's the best reason to support a team, bro. You gotta support, show the wifey some love, man, for real.
Absolutely.
You know what? We're gonna go more into like our Premier League backgrounds. I think in the weeks and months to come, but obviously we're in the midst. It's June when we're recording this. The World Cup's kicking and going, so we're in that World Cup craze. Why don't we talk about that a little bit? Like, who are we supporting for the World Cup? I know you kind of touched on it already.
It's coming home, coming home.
See?
Tell the world. Oh, nah, bro, it's coming home, baby. It's coming home.
I'm
You're
feeling
going
it.
England all the way.
England, bro. I have to, man. Those are my
Is
boys,
this
bro.
the year?
It has to be, bro. It has
Eze?
to be, man.
Tech wins.
Yo, Eze gonna win finals penalty. He's not gonna miss this time.
Oh my God. Yo, England versus Brazil in the finals, penalty shootout, Gabriel versus Eze. Ooh.
You guys know they're cursed, right? Like all the
Bro,
mishaps
chill.
that's happening with them.
Oh, with England, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You're
the
right.
kid got
Yo,
stolen.
Maybe all of that has to happen for them to win.
Exactly.
So,
Yo,
so I don't
Arsenal
know.
won this year. The Knicks won this year, bro. I'm telling you.
England break their drought. You know what? I wasn't down for the Knicks and the Arsenal, obviously, but I'm down for England. Okay, well, hold on. I'm obviously, as if you guys know me, you know I am a diehard England fan. I've been an England fan longer than a United fan. I'm a United fan because I'm an England fan. But this World Cup's a little bit different. I feel like I have a couple of allegiances. Before people call me a bandwagoner. Let me explain. Obviously, we live in Canada. We gotta support Canada. We do support
course.
Canada. This
Of
is the
course.
country that's given us
Always.
everything. So
course.
always support Canada. And then, like I said, I'm an England fan from day one. So I think that's the team that I'm like rooting to win because obviously Canada's not gonna win. So that's my like dark
Hey.
horse team. Never
You
say
can't
never.
say all
Never say
that.
never.
Yeah, I never know, bro.
Optimistic, man.
You know what? I don't wanna
We
ruin my
got
prediction
Kyler
just
in,
yet.
bro. You seen this guy, Brampton? No, actually, it wasn't even a header, but you see what
It wasn't a header.
It was a deflection. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that Canada game. There's so much to talk about in that Canada
man.
game. But
Right.
also, I will be back in, and my Saudi Arabia jersey is on the way. I will be back in Saudi Arabia. I lived there for 10, 11 years. So a part of me also roots for Saudi Arabia. It's the first home team I ever watched. So I got a couple allegiances, but yeah, England's my team that I'm gonna go for. But we're talking about our predictions. We're talking about
Yeah.
who's gonna win, who's not gonna win. So I thought what would be fun is let's do a little World Cup predictions. So obviously we're gonna have a little bit of differences, but we're gonna try to work together to kind of submit our predictions for the World Cup. And if you guys are listening, obviously follow along. Let us know who you think is gonna win as well. But we're gonna go through, fill out a bracket, and see what kind of results that we come up with, right? So obviously, Anurup wants Portugal to win. We want England to win. Let's see how this bracket turns out.
I'm excited, bro. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. All right, boys. So we're using World Cup Predictor. We're just going to go through it super quickly. All right. Group A, the host nations, one of the host nations, the first match, we started with Mexico versus South Africa. What do you guys think about the opener?
I honestly that game being in Mexico. You kind of knew South Africa was gonna be a tough game for them, even seeing that atmosphere. And obviously, it just turned out the way it did. South Africa didn't have a good game, and honestly, even before the World Cup, if you were predicting this group, I wouldn't have pick South Africa to come out. Sorry, like to be honest, and I think that was on full display. I think their quality showed. They have the home crowd advantage. It was just too tough for them. But
Yeah, like I thought the standard of play was a lot worse than I was expecting, honestly.
yeah,
I think it was what I expected from South Africa. I mean, I'm gonna let you know right now. I had high hopes for Mexico. I think the weather is gonna be such a big talking point. I'm gonna bring up the weather a lot, but I think the weather is gonna be such a big talking point for this World Cup, playing in this June, July heat. I thought Mexico would have a really big leg up. Obviously, South Africa is going to adjust well too, but Mexico kind of disappointed me. Like they were really struggling to string passes together, moving the ball up. Defensively, I guess they were solid, but again, this is South Africa. If you come up against a more astute forward line, I'm not so sure about Mexico anymore. But coming into the World Cup, I have to be honest, I had Mexico clearing this group.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, South African defense was in shambles, especially the red card that that the guy with an unfortunate name,
What was his name?
Sithole.
Sithole? He had
Yeah.
a shitty game, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty bad. He had a
I mean,
city
he
game.
took one for the team. He took one for the team, but he gave the
Yeah.
goal away anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think
I
that
mean-
honestly that wasn't an upset in my opinion. Like it was even though Mexico didn't play that well, I think they did enough to beat South Africa.
oh yeah, they did.
Right.
So are we coming into the World Cup though? What were your original predictions? And then we'll talk about what's right now. But I had Mexico coming in first, and I had South Korea as like a clear second place. And
Yeah.
for me, between Czech Republic and South Africa, it was a bit of a toss-up. But I can be swayed with a little bit of this, knowing what I know now. So I don't know. I want to hear you guys' opinion before we lock in our answers.
I had the same prediction as you, Sal. First Mexico, second South Korea, third Czech, and fourth South Africa.
Guess what? Me too, baby.
Okay. So you know what? No disagreements just yet.
No
but
disagreements.
I
Yeah.
do not. I can fully see South Korea coming out first in this group. I think that
Right?
South Korea-Mexico matchup is gonna be a really fun game. But I can totally see. Also, fun fact: I think in the Qatar World Cup there were 4 red cards in total, in the whole World Cup, and Mexico South Africa I think had 3. So we're
wow.
already almost
Yeah.
there. I don't know if it's where we're playing or I don't know what the hell happened, but this World Cup's definitely teeing up a little bit differently. So we're gonna go Mexico first.
I have to
We're
say, I
gonna
was really
go-
impressed with South Korea like against Czech. They played really really well.
That's
Even
what
though
I'm
Czech
saying.
scored, you're like it was kind of a fluke goal, came in last minute
Exactly.
header or whatever, but not last minute, sorry, but it was they came out against a run of play, and South Korea were just dominating the ball, and so I was impressed with them.
I thought they were far more organized on the ball. So I that's why I wouldn't be against putting Korea number 1, but we'll stick to our original prediction. We'll go Mexico 1, South Korea 2. And who do we want to put up for that third place matchup? We're going to come back and revisit the third place. For those who don't know, the way this works is the first 2 teams automatically qualify. I believe it's 8 of the 12 third
Yeah.
place teams, the best performing third place teams, move on to the round of 32 also. So we're going to revisit these third place teams, but who do we want to put in for third place? Are we going Bafana or Czechia?
Yeah.
Okay,
Czech
okay.
next to the Czechia, bro. Yeah.
You know what? I
Bafana.
was leaning a bit towards South Africa just because some of these European nations, I wasn't sure how they were going to adjust for the weather, but I'm okay with South Africa. All right.
Yeah.
Group B, our group, Canada. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Canada versus Bosnia cuz okay, let me get it started. I was appalled by the level and the quality of football that was shown by Canada and Bosnia for that matter. I think offensively they kind of really struggled. I don't know what the hell's happening with Alphonso Davies. He's constantly they say he's fit, he's in the bench, he's available to play, he looked fine, but he didn't play. I don't know if they thought they were going to sneak by without him, but Bosnia is not an easy game. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I was not happy.
Yeah, I don't know about Alphonso Davis either. I mean, Jesse Marsh. Sorry, he said that he will be available, but now the mood is completely turned. I don't think he might be playing in this group stage.
Group stage, yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of disagree. I was like, I thought we were the better team. I thought we deserved
yeah.
to win that game against
I
Bosnia.
totally agree. Yeah.
We deserved to win that game 100%, and then that was without our best player. So
Yep.
well, I still expected us to beat Bosnia that first game, but from what I saw, I thought we were the better team. We deserved to win that game, in my opinion,
Totally.
compared to Bosnia. So I was happy, but I don't know if we're gonna top the group, which, well, spoiler alert, which I had predicted because you got to do it, and I'm still gonna do it, of course. I don't care about facts. It's all about emotion, bro. So yeah.
I was disappointed because I do agree with you. I think on paper, even without Alphonso Davies, Canada should have been by far the better team, and they were.
Yeah.
But that's why you have to be disappointed with the result. In a three-game group stage where you have Switzerland on your group, which you know that's going to be a tough game, and we'll talk about Switzerland a little bit, but we know that's going to be a tough game. This puts so much pressure on that Qatar game now. Right, that Qatar game essentially becomes a must-win, which we are playing in the second game. Because if you draw against Qatar, you've put yourself in a must-win situation against Switzerland, potentially without your best player, and that stuff. This is where when I was looking at this Bosnia team, and I'm looking at, hey, who's their most notable player? That captain Kolasinac.
Hey, my guy Kolasinac, bro.
Bro, that goal line
shout out
clearance,
Kolasinac, my guy.
He
bro.
did his thing, man. He did his thing. Like, he led his country.
Bro.
You can't fault Kolasinac. He was great.
Yeah, he was rock solid, actually.
But goal line clearances, fighting off thugs, bro. This is the guy, bro. Trust me. So,
But honestly, guys, I think we were wasteful in the first half, and that's why. And they took their chance. They took the header. They took the header really, when they got the chance. But honestly, we should have scored. Jonathan David, he had a sitter. He missed it. Yeah. He knows it. He's running low on confidence right now.
Yeah.
But that was a sitter, man. Alistair Johnson, my God, he was bringing amazing passes.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be our key player.
Definitely, 100%.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what? Another thing that disappointed me though was it's exactly that. Like, Jonathan David is supposed to be at this level a world-class player. He is the world-class player that was on the pitch, and he just needed to hit that ball first time. He didn't have room to take that touch to then hit it again. And I think Arvin, I know you and I were talking about this, but one of the last games we had seen before the World Cup started was PSG and Arsenal. And you saw the level of quality those guys were playing at. And sometimes we take it for granted at how good these guys are. And then you watch some of these World Cup matches, which are obviously some of the best players in the world. And the level of quality is just on another level. And it honestly just makes me appreciate some unbelievable football that we've seen kind of coming into this season. But with that said, okay, we can kind of put a pin on Canada-Bosnia for now. We know that's tied 1-1. How about Qatar and Switzerland? Because Qatar did us a massive solid.
They
us
did.
drawing against Bosnia put Switzerland in a bit of a driver's seat. Had they beat Qatar, they would really be in the driver's seat to top the group. Qatar put in an absolute masterclass and pulled out a 1-1 draw against Switzerland that I don't think many people saw coming. So it's put the whole group at level peggy.
Yep.
But what do you guys think about Switzerland? I think a lot of people were disappointed with this result.
I'll be honest, I wasn't able to watch this game, so I'm just gonna be happy because I grew up in Qatar. So I was like, hey, respect. Hey, at least he scored a goal against Switzerland. I saw the highlights, but I wasn't able to watch the game. But the fact that it ended up 1-1, I was surprised. Because I thought, again, Switzerland and Canada were the two top dogs in the group. And it was gonna be between them two, and Canada and Bosnia. I was like, maybe a draw at best amongst themselves, not against Canada or Switzerland. But it so happens that Bosnia got a draw against Canada. Qatar got a draw against Switzerland. So I didn't expect that at all. But I'm happy. It's nice. I'm glad to see Qatar at least get a goal in this World Cup. Because a lot of people predicted that they're not going to score. They're going to be complete. They're just going to embarrass themselves, but they haven't. Switzerland's a good team. So, yeah.
And they scored in the dying moments as well, right? Sorry.
Oh, they
Exactly.
did? Yeah. Was it an own goal? It was an own goal.
Technically,
It went down as an own goal, yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, they're happy to be here. They didn't get in because of a technicality this time. They did qualify, which is great on Qatar. And I think getting a point against a European nation is almost successful on its own. But now they've put themselves in a situation where they really have a shot at making it to the round of 32, which I don't think anyone would have expected. But hey, I think we should let our biases shine here. I think we should go Canada 1, Switzerland 2.
Yeah, I still think we.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'd say Switzerland too.
Do we want to pop Qatar in that third place and then just tell Bosnia to fuck off for causing all that traffic jams in Toronto?
The atmosphere was electric though, bro. From the
Unreal.
videos I saw.
It was.
We'll
Bro,
give it to the
shout
Bosnian
out the
fans.
Toronto fans and the Bosnian fans.
They showed up,
Right.
man, and
They
Yeah.
did.
Right?
I was
they were like
in
walking down.
Mississauga.
Yeah.
on like a random street, and I remember I had to like check something on my phone, like put up a GPS or something. So I pulled over to a quiet street thinking, hey, let me just fix up my GPS and then get going. And I got caught in this cavalry of Bosnian fans in like a line of 50 cars, blaring their horns, waving their flags, dancing out the streets. And it was awesome, honestly. It was so great to see.
Yeah.
It's so fun to see how lively the city is right now. So should we go Bosnia 3rd, Qatar 4? Is that what we're saying?
I would say so.
You know what? Oh, crap.
Oops.
Yeah, let's do it. I already have my bias. Well, you know what? Canada first is not even a biased take. I think we can actually do it. And we're
No,
gonna do it, so.
we're in one of the weaker groups,
Yeah.
so it's definitely
Yeah,
doable.
it's possible.
Now, this
Yeah.
one is interesting.
Ooh.
Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti.
Yeah.
Now, Brazil did play their first game, and it was against Morocco, which was a big matchup. And I think I thought, I know the result was 1-1. I thought this was a fantastic game. It was back and forth. What did you guys think about Brazil, though? Because I think a lot of people are high on Brazil's coming in. I don't know how you guys feel.
I wasn't too happy with Brazil, man. That's why as soon as
Yep.
you brought up this group, I was just shaking my head. When I think of Brazil, I think of what football is supposed to be, the pinnacle, you know? The passing, the movement, the defense, attack, they have everything. And when I watch this team play, I can't believe this is a Brazil team. But this has been happening for a long time. But there was that moment, I'm like, why is it that when Brazil's playing Morocco, it's almost like an even matchup? Why is this even happening? It's Brazil, bro.
True.
It shouldn't even be close, in my opinion. And this game,
Are we-
honestly, I thought Morocco was way better. I thought Morocco was better. They had the
are we
more clear cut chances.
overrating Brazil? Or I think we tend to forget Morocco is made as coming off of semifinals. And I believe in 2018, they made a deep run into the tournament too. So is Morocco now pushing into that edge of semi-elite, or has Brazil fallen off that hard?
Bro,
think
they're ranked
Brazil's fallen off
7th,
that
right? They're ranked
Who,
7th.
Morocco?
So they.
Oh, Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil is, right?
No. Morocco. They're
Morocco's like,
ranked 7th.
yeah.
Like right
Yeah.
after Brazil. So they are pretty strong. And I mean, I cannot comment too much on this because I didn't watch the match. But from what
Yeah.
I've heard, Allison saved them once again. You know, so
Yeah,
that's-
because he has to
that's
do
what
it for
I've
some
heard.
team. Liverpool, he hasn't been. Right?
He was injured. He was injured.
yeah, but what, bro, get up and play.
Poor guy.
No,
You know
wanna
who
be
I
in
was
crutches?
disappointed with? And this was someone that I was like rooting to do well, was Igor Thiago. Because
yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah.
he had such a great season, but a lot of Brazilian fans in Brazil, at least from the things that I saw on Twitter and stuff, or X, were not happy that Thiago was even picked on the team, let alone was starting. And
Yeah.
obviously, as Premier League fans, we thought Thiago was great this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far exceeded everyone's expectations, coming off an injury, let alone. But I think he kind of proved some of those Brazilian fans right. And Arvin, when you talk about the way Brazilians are supposed to be played, I think Igor Thiago was one of those guys that maybe got in the way of that a little bit. That free-flowing run behind, make attack the defenders. I think Igor Thiago gets away in a little bit. I think he'll be fine. I think he is their best natural striker. Because if you don't go in that route, you're potentially looking at putting someone like a Richarlison in. Endrick is a little bit too young. Or you put Rafinha up front and maybe
You
put
could put
on
Mateus
another
Cunha
winger.
and play a
Again,
different
Cunha-
system.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to change up the system, but I think
Yep.
for Brazil, playing someone like Cunha up front, allowing your wingers to get forward and using him almost like a false nine, works better for the type of ball that they like to play, especially when you have inverted wingers. So it's not like Vini Jr. and Rafinha are foaming at the mouth to get crosses into Igor Thiago. So I don't know. I think I'm with you, Arvin. I thought the game was entertaining because of Brazil not being at their best. But I think we can't deny it. Like, the quality is there on that team. Like, there's no doubt. I think they made a big L. Like Casemiro starting, obviously best 6 in the world coming off last season. But they had to put in Ederson. Like Ederson, the big marquee signing of 2026. Like he needed to get some time. No, but
Man United fall off needs to be studied, bro. Ederson, Marquis, all right, bro. Let it just enjoy your documentary, bro. Amazon, all or nothing. It's gonna be nothing.
But speaking of the United fall off, the other teams on the group.
Yo, can I just say this
go.
though? With Morocco,
Yeah.
Ayoub Bouadi, oh my god, that kid,
Body,
bro.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
18 years old, bro. This guy was you said Casemiro was the best 6. Schooled him. 18 years
where does
old,
he
bro.
play? Well, I don't even know who
He plays
is.
in Lille. He plays in Lille. He's been linked with Arsenal. That's why, like, one of the big things about this game that I was excited for was to watch this guy play. Because I heard a lot about him. Arsenal's been linked with him. PSG
Even Liverpool has been linked with him,
I think
by the
Liverpool's
way.
been linked with him,
Yep.
right?
But 70
And then-
million euros, like right off the, just World Cup performance.
No, but I don't think. See, that's the thing. I don't think it's the World Cup performance. I think he's been playing this well for a long time.
Right.
And the first time the world went to, imagine that your first game for the national team, and you're playing against Brazil and the World
Right.
Cup. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And he showed out,
insane.
man. Respect to him.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So
And a lot of these guys are gonna make some. This happens every World Cup season. I think people almost underestimate how big this is gonna be, but there's gonna be a lot of 60, 80, $100 million signings that come off performances in this World Cup. So these are guys definitely to like worth looking out for. But are we all in agreement that do we still think Brazil's gonna go in as the first seed, or anyone looking at Morocco here?
I just can't.
Yeah,
It has to
same
be
here.
Brazil. I guess.
I love Morocco. I think I'm almost rooting for Morocco a little bit, but I do think Brazil have enough talent to
They do.
push through this, especially when we talk about the other two teams. I'm going to lock in Brazil and Morocco as 1 and 2. I think that's a pretty
Yeah.
safe choice. But did you guys watch the other matchup here, which was Scotland and Haiti? Any of you guys get the chance? Okay, I'll speak on this a little bit because I watched this game because I wanted to watch my boy Scotty McTominay, Mr. Syria MVP, Mr. Out Aura Kevin De Bruyne himself. I was so shocked watching this game because, Haiti was decent. Haiti was kind of
They were
good.
good.
I thought Scotland was going to dog walk them. And I think Haiti had more. I got to double check. I'm going to double check now. But I think Haiti might have had more possession. They were more in control of the match. I think they had more passes completed, more shots on target, more shots. And they were going toe-to-toe with Scotland. And Scotland's not, and obviously not an elite team, but this is a team that has pedigree, right? Scottish Premier League is no joke. They have a lot of players that play in the Prem. Obviously,
Yep.
you're talking about Scott McTominay is a MVP for a league. For like these are solid players. And Haiti, which I think everyone was going to dismiss as one of these minnow nations, they're just happy to be here. They put up such a good fight. I think a draw would have been so fair for Haiti. They were really unlucky, but they went down early and they didn't show any signs of going out. They were pushing the pace. They didn't allow Scotland to kind of get any more easy chances. I was really impressed. I think I'm more disappointed with Scotland than anything. I had Scotland as a clear third in my original predictions, but there's a part of me that wants to push for Haiti. But I think when Haiti comes across the likes of Morocco and Brazil, I think the levels
gonna
are
be
going to
tough.
be shown, and I think they're going to lose. They're going to lose a couple of those games with a heavy differential, whereas Scotland might be able to kind of buffer those teams a little bit.
Anup, did you
But
watch the game?
I did watch in bits and pieces, but yeah, I agree with Sal. Honestly, like Haiti were on it. Like when you see the stats as well, they have the same XG as Scotland. From what I
Wow.
saw, they
Impressive.
were actually dominating. They had like a passage of play where they were completely, outclassing Scotland. But Scott McTominay he was all over the pitch, by the way.
Yeah.
Like he is for Napoli.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, recently
He was
yes,
clutch.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
recently.
honestly the Scottish strikers. Again, I'm not too familiar with them, except with Che Adams. Obviously, we've seen Che Adams a little bit, but
Yeah.
those guys were absolutely horrendous.
Yep.
They kind of went back to that classic kind of 4-4-2 style. Those guys just couldn't string up a couple of passes together. Midfield was decent. Defense was decent. They just couldn't get the ball going forward, and they were on the back foot against Haiti the whole time. Haiti's midfield honestly played really well. I was surprised, but I think we're going to go Scotland 3, Haiti 4. Any objections? Final call?
I
No.
think we're good with that.
Let's
You're
do
good
it.
with
Let's
that.
do it. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right. Now we're getting to the third and final host. So we're getting to the group with USA, Turkey, Australia, Paraguay. So game one, we'll start with game one, which was USA and Paraguay.
Yep.
Dude,
Wow.
not expected. Not expected.
Wow. What happened? Is this home field advantage? Or is that actually how good the USA team is? I'm not sure.
They're ranked high, so
Was it that USA actually looked as good as they were, or is Paraguay that bad? I don't know what to make out of this game.
I honestly, I know USA is a host nation, but with all the kind of drama going in and a lot of the quotes about USA, the pressure that they're facing, I didn't expect them to come out of the gates like that, but they did. So, and I don't think Paraguay is 4-1 bad against the US. I didn't think that initially, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought they showed them a good game. Paraguay is a South American country. They're going to have a big support too, but the USA showed out. And in my predictions, I didn't have USA first. So we'll get to that later, but yeah, I guess if you guys have thoughts on that, yeah. So
they were taking their chances, by the way. The US, like, their goals were sublime.
Yeah.
All of their goals.
Yeah.
Former
Balogun
Arsenal
scored
man.
2 goals. Hey, man,
Yeah.
Don't make me do it,
He
bro.
looked very good, man. He looked.
Yeah.
I thought Christian Pulisic was fantastic.
He
the
was.
LeBron James of soccer. Like, he was actually, like, and I'll be honest, I don't watch Serie A that much, to be honest. So I haven't seen him play in the last couple of years, since at least he left Chelsea. He was unbelievable. Like Captain America, he really did
Yep.
wear that band and did it justice, because he was fantastic. I think everything led from him. I think the two midfielders, Adams and Tillman, again, super solid. Their defense was super solid. Their midfield passing, so concise. I mean, I was just looking at some of the stats here. They dominated Paraguay. 63% possession, 17 shots. I think the most important thing when I see some of these stats is how do they move the ball around? And with USA, almost 600 passes at 91% completion rate. Like, this was some tiki-taka level stuff. They didn't put any foot wrong. I was so impressed. And Arvin, I think I kind of know what you're teetering at. So before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about game two, because I think we went from being very surprised in game one to being surprised in game two, but for very different reasons. So first thing I'll say, shout out to the boy Turks, who flew all the way to Vancouver.
He did, right? Like, this is the game he went to? Yeah.
I think he flew all the way to Vancouver. Our boy Turks, OG from Turkey, went all the way there to watch his home country play in the World Cup in a year where they look very good.
Yeah,
Arda Güler, I mean, they got some ballers on that team, right?
Yeah.
World-class level talent. And they drew against Australia.
That was crazy,
Which
man.
I think we were all surprised by. I was incredibly disappointed. Now, this was a game I didn't completely watch. I only caught the second half. So I don't know if you guys got to watch this game, but
Nope.
I'll let you guys speak on this a little bit.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've watched games I haven't.
Yeah, 100%.
Life gets in the way, But again, it was a shock result. I guess I can bring up my prediction now. I had Turkey first in this group
Me too.
because I thought,
And I think
they had
that was a general consensus for most people coming in, even with USA. Yeah, but sorry, go on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
put
so
USA first, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you
Turkey
pick USA
second.
first? Why'd you pick
Yeah,
USA
because
first?
I don't know, man. Host nation, and they seem to be pretty strong as of now.
Yeah.
I think they've got the momentum going on for some reason. And see, Pulisic he's been in a great form. Serginho,
Yeah.
Dest, all of these players, right?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know the striker Balogun.
Balogun.
Balogun. Yeah. They just, and even Tyler Adams, man, he's been phenomenal, actually.
Yeah.
If you see for
Yeah.
Bournemouth, since he was in Leeds before,
was
I've
in Leeds before,
I always liked him. I even thought that he would be a decent replacement for Fabinho, like at one point of time,
Yeah.
but not really. But they were a good team,
Yeah.
to
No, it makes sense. I don't think it's a question with talent. I just thought with all the quotes about the pressure, there's a lot of
Host
negative
nation thing.
energy around
Yeah.
the US. I don't know. So
Yeah.
that's why Turkey first.
I think talent-wise and on paper, like, it's a pretty, like, this U.S. team is as good on paper as they've ever been, at least
Yeah.
top to bottom, right? Like
Yeah.
they've had good players before. Michael Bradley, Landon Donovan. Who's the guy that played at Fulham? I'm blanking out.
Oh, Clint Dempsey.
No,
Clint Dempsey.
Anthony
Like,
Robinson.
obviously,
Robinson. Oh, sorry. It
Oh,
was
back
before.
then, yeah.
Back then.
Now Anthony Robinson.
Obviously,
Robinson.
they've had these great players that have passed through, but I think from top to bottom, bench included, this is the deepest USA roster we've ever seen. I just
Yeah, I
thought
think so too.
Turkey, like this is a team that's been together longer. They play together with a little more. I was kind of like what you said, Arvin, for more off the pitch reasons, lean towards Turkey to get it done, but they've disappointed us once again. So I think, what do we want to do here, Arvin? I think we already know Anaru put USS
US
first.
first.
Are we gonna flip? I want to flip. I think I watched that USA game. It completely changed my perspective. They're a team that could honestly be a dark horse. If they play that way, they could cause problems for a lot of teams in this World Cup. So I'm okay. Are we going USA 1?
I think you guys obviously it's majority wins, but I'm not. It's one
You're
game
not sold yet?
against Paraguay.
Yeah.
I think let's all just take a step back. I think Turkey still has way more talent, so I'm going to support the boy Turks.
All right.
Maybe watch a Turkey game now next, but but we can go US because
Okay, you know what? I got a cap right in front of me. Right. I got my little Gatorade Zero app. Shout out, no sugar drinks. How about we flip a cap and let me decide? Because I'm 50-50. Again, I went with Turkey first, so I'm going to flip this cap. If it lands G side top, we're going to go USA. If not, we're going to go Turkey, and we got Turkey. So you guys are going to have to trust me that I did that properly, okay? I swear.
sure.
So we're going to go
Sal.
Turkey 1, US 2,
Just a second.
and I think it writes itself, but we're going to go Australia 3rd, Paraguay 4th.
You
we
know what's
wanna-
great? No, you know what's crazy? In my prediction, I had Paraguay third. No,
Yeah,
Paraguay.
same
No,
here,
Paraguay.
man.
Yeah, I had Paraguay third. Yeah, I had
At Paraguay third.
no, I had Paraguay second, US third.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Why
dude.
that low?
Okay.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I just didn't get good vibes from the US team. They have a lot of talent, but again, the publicity, the energy, I wasn't feeling it. And the one game against Paraguay, they did great. So,
Do you want to
I
put
respect
Paraguay
it.
compromise?
No,
and
no,
put
no, no,
Paraguay
no.
third,
No, no,
Australia
no.
fourth? I personally,
I
of
don't-
all
I-
the games
it
that
doesn't
I watched, Paraguay looked like by far the worst team I've seen so far.
So it's
But
up to you
yeah.
guys. This one,
All right.
Can be
All
a
right,
one-off.
I compromised on the Turkey. I'm gonna push for Australia as third. We'll go Australia third. All right.
Cool.
Ooh.
Ooh, good group.
Oh, good group.
Very
Okay.
nice group.
Where do we want to start here? Because we had two matchups, which was Germany Curacao that we've already seen, and Ecuador Ivory Coast. I think let's talk about Germany Curacao first. 'Cause I
No,
think,
no. Can I have to interject. We have to talk about Ecuador Ivory Coast.
Okay,
'cause
because that's
I
a bigger
watched-
matchup.
Bro, I watched that game as an Arsenal fan, looking at the defense. I was like, Piero Hincapié is our guy. He's gonna shut anybody
Sure.
down. We got Moises Caicedo, Pacho, and then we have Ivory Coast with our attack. I thought it was gonna be a matchup that's like attack versus defense. And on Ivory Coast, I watched Ivory Coast strictly to watch Yan Diomande and see if the hype was real.
Did he
And
disappoint?
bro,
Did he disappoint you?
that guy was
He's unreal.
cooking.
I know.
Bro,
We need him, man.
Bro, if
Liverpool
you guys get him,
needs him.
bro, 19 years of age, Piero Hincapié, I think objectively one of the best left backs in the Premier League, got roasted, bro.
I know.
Hooked.
Yep.
Bro, the thing about him, I
Schooled
really,
him completely.
Bro, he schooled him completely. He's really fast and he makes he's really quick, but at that speed, he makes the right decision every time.
Right?
He was beating his
Athleticism
man
is-
with his athleticism, obviously his physical attributes.
Yep.
But his decision making, bro, I was really impressed with this guy. So, and honestly, other than that, great game overall. But I just wanted to start off
Fantastic game.
with this guy because I think so far, he's from the games I watched, he's probably had the best individual performance. Where I was
Yeah.
just like, bro, this guy, he was on it. He didn't get a goal or an assist, which I feel like he should have.
He
'cause
should
He
have.
put the ball on a platter multiple times,
Yep.
but
And
nobody
he had a
scored at
chance
the
as
end.
well,
Okay.
I guess.
He had a chance as well.
He had a chance as well.
You know what I thought was weird though? Yan Diomande usually starts on the left side. And I thought it was interesting that they prioritized paying Pepe over there and put Diomande on the right side, but apparently that came out, the reason that was because he apparently wanted to take on the challenge of going at Hincapié. He's like, who's their best defender? And I'm going to go at him, even though naturally for his club, he's played a lot more games on the left side. And
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed. I think Pepe being a bit older, I think they prioritized getting him on the roster. But I next game I really want to see Diamande on the left and Diallo on the right side. I think they wanted guys that could whip the ball in and create chances, what Diamande was doing. But I think let him be a bit more free flowing. Put him on his natural left side so he can be more of a goal threat. And add Diallo on the other end. Because you saw what Diallo did when he came off the bench. He came in, he was a bit more direct.
Yeah.
Kind of get things going. Obviously, the pass, I think it was from the right back. I don't even know who that guy was.
Oh, his name
Unbelievable
is-
pass to get
he
him in
plays
space.
for a Turkish team, Galatasaray, I think.
Was it Due? I
Salino,
don't
his
know.
name is?
Do we?
Oh.
No.
No, the guy who had the assist.
Oh,
I might need to look this up.
Singo. No.
Singo.
Wilfred Singo. Galatasaray. Yeah.
Galatasaray,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic ball for that assist.
Yeah, what an assist.
Did most of the hard work, and then Diallo kind of finished it off. But
It was a good finish, though. You know.
Great finish.
Brings back bad
it's-
memories. You know. He scored against Liverpool.
and in that moment of the game too, like a pressure
Dying
moment.
moments. I know, right? And he's clutch. He's clutch. He's done that
clutch.
twice against us.
Yeah.
Hate
But
him.
Anup, like, since you probably know about the player, because he's been linked to Liverpool, I thought he played right wing, bro, because he's replacing Salah. That's what I thought.
Exact. No, he can play on both wings. He played on the right flank for. He plays on the right flank for RB Leipzig, if
right?
I'm not mistaken. His position,
Yeah.
even when it comes to, if you guys check the roster for Ivory Coast, he's a right midfielder. Like,
'Cause I thought that was his actual
No, actually,
position.
it's the, no. Actually, if you go onto his transfer market profile,
Yeah.
his main position, the one he's played most at, is left winger. Let me find out exactly how many games he played. But every game that I've seen him play, he's always been on the left side.
I
Because
didn't
he's
know
also
that. I
a
thought
right.
he was, like,
He's right-footed, so he's someone that likes to
he's
cut
gonna play an
in on
inverted
that left
left.
side.
yeah.
But they put him on the right side to be able to cross balls in, but it didn't allow him to be in scoring opportunities. He was beating his man getting to the baseline and trying to create options for these guys that weren't able to finish. I think put him on that left side, let him cut in and shoot like he likes to do,
yeah.
and then you get the opportunity to play Diallo on the other side. Because Pepe was solid, but I think you needed some more direct offense on this team.
Yeah, I think he's a bit. But yeah, that was a good game, and I expected a bit more from Ecuador, to be honest, at least defensively. But yeah, Hincapié, that was a horror show, bro. He was getting cooked. I wasn't enjoying that at all, but I expected a bit more from them. But Ivory Coast attack, it looks like the real deal to me. So
Yeah.
I was really disappointed with Ecuador, man, because I was actually I watched a couple of Ecuador games coming into the World Cup because they're on this like insane 20-game win streak or something, and
Yeah.
obviously the roster is you got some ballers in there, right? Moises Caicedo, Hincapié, Pacho. Ener Valencia's
yeah.
been an international legend for the last 2 World Cups now. John Yoboa, he plays in the Bundesliga. Like, these are guys that can play on paper. And coming off a really good streak in a environment that they're used to, Ecuador, and, same type of time zone, climates. And I was disappointed. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I wanted to be a little bit bold in this group. I thought maybe Germany would struggle with the heat a little bit. I had Ecuador as my first seed.
What?
That's how high I was on Ecuador.
you had Ecuador
They
as
were-
first seed.
No way.
I had Ecuador as the first seed. This was my
Damn, bro.
I had them going deep in the round of 32. They were the most informed team coming into the World Cup. I was kind of hoping to ride that horse, but obviously everything's out the window. Ivory Coast is throwing a spanner, and that works. But let's talk about Germany Curacao, because I did watch this game. For the first
yeah.
35 minutes, I was like, "Oh my God, they're
They
going
leveled,
to do it."
right?
Yeah.
Well, they were level, and they were level for a while. Like, they were level
Yeah.
for a little bit, like 10,
17
20
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
guess,
exactly, like about 20 minutes, and I was like, wait, like this is not how the script is supposed to go. And sure enough, they conceded 1 goal, and another, and
Yeah.
another, and another, and another, and another. So
Brings back memories.
yeah, I mean,
7-1.
there's not much to say about this game besides Germany did exactly what they're supposed to do. They showed why they're a powerhouse. I think you got to commend Curacao. They put up a fight as long as they did. They got one of the best jerseys in the game. I ordered one for myself.
Really?
But I mean, not much more to say. I don't know. Do we want to talk about? I don't know. You're gonna talk about fucking Havertz, aren't you?
Bro, don't get me started on Havertz. Don't get
Gonna
me started
spiel.
on. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'll save it for when he scores in the final and wins him the World Cup. You know what I mean? he's just gonna do it, bro. He's a big game player. But I want to talk about what's his name? Felix Mecha
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Dortmund. Dude, he looked really good. Like I've heard the name a lot, and I've seen some Dortmund games, but this game he really impressed me. He's got this long, lanky frame, but he can play the ball. He scored that goal, so I think he was a player who stood out for me. Nathaniel Brown, the right back, the right back. Arsenal was linked to him as well. He got the goal, so. But then again, it was Musiala and Wirtz, bro.
Musiala
and
they were
Wirtz,
right.
gotta
they
be
were
like
they
the
both
best
were
dribbler
amazing.
in the
Both of
world,
them, yeah.
man.
Yeah, both
Musiala
of them were
is so
on it.
Guys, Wirtz has to be put in the perfect, but like he needs that space to play.
Yeah.
Like Slot wasn't using him well. Like,
Well,
do you
yeah.
see how he's a different beast when
Yeah.
when it comes to Germany? You know?
Yeah, because they gave him like more freedom to play,
Yeah.
right?
On
But
the
even
left
the
side.
physicality, Premier League physicality is different.
Sure.
That's what it is. Because we saw this in the Champions League a little bit too. His performance in the Champions League was
Always goes
actually
up.
very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He scored a couple
you
of
guys
goals.
know, I was pretty high on Wirtz coming in. So I'm gonna be a Wirtz
Squirts.
sympathizer always, but I
Make
was
y'all
disappointed, obviously. But I'm not surprised by his performance. This is what I expected from him for this Germany team. I'm happy he started because there were some people saying he shouldn't have started.
Come on.
This is proof
That's
that
nuts,
he
bro.
is
That's
locked
crazy.
into this position. I think this is great, but Musiala is
Baller.
dude.
It's one of the
world class,
best.
man.
Yeah, he is.
He's
You're-
baller.
World class.
Yeah.
So I was iffy on Germany coming into this World Cup. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased off like some of the other performances, or I just don't rate their players as highly. But this surprised me, right? Like they showed how good they are. But I don't know. What did you guys think about Germany coming into this World Cup? You don't gotta spoil your predictions just yet. But did you have them as one of those like top 4 or 5 teams, or like just a tier below? I had them just a tier below.
They will make to the round of 16, you know. Quarterfinals, I don't know.
Okay.
That's where I'm
But-
at. I don't see them as like a semifinals team, but initially
Yeah,
coming
I
out, that was
do
my
not.
prediction.
I just like in this group. Obviously, I didn't see anybody challenge Germany, and I have this. I have belief in Nagelsmann, bro. I feel like these coaches, like Tuchel, Nagelsmann, they're tactical minds.
Charismatic. Yeah,
Cares,
tactically
I love,
sound.
I just have a feeling with these coaches. On paper, they don't pick the best teams. Oh, like same with Tuchel. We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think Nagelsmann might be cooking. So I had them. We're not gonna get into that far, but I think I have them higher than round of 16. But this group definitely Germany for me.
Yeah,
I had Ivory
same here.
Coast second, Ecuador, then Curacao.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm not gonna fight too much on this. I'm down to relegate Ecuador. I think just the 1-0 loss really hurts them. That Ivory Coast game was a one they, at least at worst, needed to draw and beat Curacao to move on. So now losing that you know what, that Ecuador Germany game though is gonna be a banger. That's one
It,
that's
gonna be a bang.
yeah.
gonna be a must watch. So we're gonna go Germany 1, Ivory Coast 2, Ecuador 3, Curacao 4. All right, let's I think we can kind of start speeding up at this point because
Yep.
we're getting to the point where we're almost caught up to the point of the World Cup where we're at, and also then get into our proper predictions. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. I think this is actually an interesting group because there's not, at least in my opinion, it's not super clear cut. I think this could go in a whole lot of different ways. Why don't we talk about Sweden first?
I was just gonna say, all I'm gonna say is based on my prediction. I guess I'll just come out and say it. I didn't have Sweden first. I had Netherlands first.
Same.
But after that Tunisia performance, Isaac and Gyökeres together, that is
Bro.
something, bro.
Fucking
That is
deadly
something.
duo, right?
That's that's a throwback.
Both assisted each other.
Each
right?
other, yeah.
Isak got like 2 assists and 1 goal. Gyökeres got what? Did he get 2 goals?
He got a
Scored.
goal and assist. Goal and
Goal and
assist.
Goal and assist? Okay.
Yeah. So the way they were linking up with each other, Gyökeres' link-up play has improved so much since
It's
coming
good.
to Arsenal, bro. It's
Yep.
crazy, right? So the way they were just bouncing off each other, Isaac obviously he's getting back to form. I think for a Liverpool
did
fan,
struggle
this was a
later
pretty good
on.
world. He did struggle later on because his fitness was done. That's his
Yeah.
problem. He's not fit
Yeah.
enough, right? He can't play that level. But for
But
example,
his
Yeah,
goal,
he subbed
bro.
off.
The
his
opening
goal was
goal.
unreal. His goal was unreal.
Fucking real.
Yeah, his goal was really good. So yeah, I think seeing them play, I think Graham Potter has found a system that might cook. So I'm okay to bump them up.
And I don't think this is that situation where, I was asking, is Paraguay that shit or USA that good?
Yeah.
Tunisia, no matter what, is a tough game.
Yeah.
It's a tough matchup. They're not a joke team to go over, and we're seeing in this World Cup, African teams are tough. They're not
Yeah,
easy
they are.
matchups. The weather suits them. Their fitness levels are up to standards. Like they take it to these teams. But to beat them this convincingly, when I don't think Tunisia was downright awful.
No.
It wasn't like they were horrible by any means. I thought they played decent. They had their opportunities, but Sweden was clinical. They were tight on defense. Their midfield, I didn't recognize most of their midfielders, I'll be honest. Not players that I was familiar with, but they all looked solid. Sweden could be a decent team, man. I'm cautiously optimistic of them.
And I have to say, when we're talking about Sweden, we have to mention Yasin Ayari. He's the one who scored the 2 goals.
I was about to talk about him. Yep.
Right? I think his parents are half Tunisian.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so that's why he didn't celebrate his
Which is
first goal.
hilarious. Yeah.
So he didn't celebrate his first. At first, I was like, why is he not celebrating? Then it makes sense. So he scored 2 bangers. So
yeah,
he plays for who?
Brighton. He plays for Brighton.
He plays for Brighton.
He plays defensive midfield, right, for them? Like central or
I don't think
defense?
so.
No,
No, it's like central, but not
central.
I would say
Yeah, more central.
Yeah, more central, but yeah, he scored 2 bangers. So
Yeah.
That is definitely these Brighton, man, they just keep popping up with talent. I don't know how they do it.
They're a factory, bro.
How old
Talent
is this guy?
factory.
Yeah, he's 22 as well. So again, someone on the radar. He was great. I'll be honest, I didn't know too much of him besides like I only heard of him this past year. I think he was playing in the championship and a couple of loan spells before that. But he was super impressive. I think this whole Swedish team, the defense especially, my boy Lindelof still out there doing his thing. But
He almost slipped.
For the most part in the game, he was, defense got the job done. I was happy. I was happy. Now Netherlands of Japan. I thought this was such a good game.
it's a good game.
I always root for Japan a little bit. Japan I think always holds a soft spot in my heart, and I have friends that support Netherlands, so whatever. I don't really care for them, but this was a great game. I think it's not the end of the world for both these teams because I think a lot of people saw them as 2 of the favorites coming into the group, but I think Netherlands are going to come off a little bit disappointed. They couldn't get the win. Seeing especially how good Sweden is, I think this causes more kind of headaches in that Dutch locker room now.
I mean, nobody predicted that, Netherlands would draw against Japan. But yeah, nobody predicted how good Sweden would turn out to be, right? Because
That's true.
Like the Dutch team is probably the favorites in this group, like considering the quality of players that they have, even in the bench, if you see, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not only their first team. But yeah, Japan they're literally samurai. They fight.
That's
Like
yeah.
The last 20 minutes, they were just, full, guns blaze. I was about to use the word blitzkrieg or kamikaze, referring to but I wouldn't do that. But yeah, they were great, man. Whenever they went down, they ensured that they came back.
Push.
So when you check the score line, it was like what? Van Dijk obviously scores a header. And then Nakamura scores at 57, like after 7 minutes. And then after 7 minutes, Samuel scores. And then Daichi Kamada scores at, within 10 minutes. Sorry, 20 minutes. But it's like...
It was back in
Kamada was great, by the way.
Kamada
was great.
Again,
Yeah.
not a lot of players that I recognize on that team besides like Kubo and Kamada.
Kubo was good too.
Kubo's good, man.
Yeah,
Kubo was
like
good,
a lot
dude.
these guys that are meant to show up for their countries, these top level talent, they're showing out for their countries this World Cup. Like
And
performances
guys,
have been top notch. Somerville was fantastic.
Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah.
His
Somerville
goal,
was good.
great goal.
Yeah. Remember, they don't have... Sorry, Sal. What I was about to say is, like, they don't have Endo, they don't have Minamino, they don't have... who's the other player? Mitoma.
I know.
Mitoma.
I don't know Mitoma.
Yeah.
Yes. Mitoma's not there. Mitoma's not playing. Which is crazy to think.
Endo
about.
retired.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sal, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but
No,
that's a good point though.
I was slightly surprised. I think Netherlands is just trying to figure out their roster. I think Timber's still working up to full fitness. Kind of.
Julian Timber?
hurts them.
No, he's ruled out. He's
ruled out?
He's ruled out.
It's Quinton Timber.
Quinton Timber,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
twin
yeah,
brother, plays as a midfielder. But Julian Timber's done.
and Dumfries just isn't that level, right? Like I thought Dumfries was rated pretty highly, but I haven't seen him since that like Inter Milan Champions League run, and I think he didn't live up to quite as good as I thought he was gonna be. So not having Timber was such a big L. Van der Ven playing on the other wing, left back side. Again,
Not
I
really.
don't think he gets the job done. I'm getting more and more nervous that United are fucking linked with him.
Who,
'Cause
Van de Ven?
Van der Ven, yeah, like
Mickey
that's a
Van
guy.
de Ven.
Still
I
expensive,
don't
though.
understand. Dude, I don't even.
He's
wanna know
fast.
Where
Hey,
I start.
He's fast. He's fast.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that he can play multiple positions. I don't care. We have enough. I would literally rather start Aiden Heaven over. Anyways, I don't want to get into this.
Ooh,
but
okay, we'll get into that later, but yeah.
yeah, we'll talk about that later. I not like seeing Van de Ven play this season, and I didn't like him play today. Van Dijk was Van Dijk. He was solid. Got a goal. Yeah, got a goal.
He got a goal.
Yo, sick
A
header,
header.
by the way. Great
Amazing
header.
header.
Like a finessed it.
Fucking
like he almost
projectile.
curled the header around. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He curled it around the goalie. Fantastic header. Great
And a
celebration.
Gravenberch assist. Bro, Liverpool boys saved them.
Bro, they had a good World Cup so
pair.
far. Liverpool,
Wirtz, Gravenberch, Van Dijk,
Yeah.
Robertson was solid. If that still
Oh, yeah,
counts
he-
for you.
he was good, right? He was pretty solid.
I do. So.
Okay. What are we doing here? Knowing what we know now, one game.
Sweden,
into this
bro.
group. We're going Sweden
Really?
first.
We're going Sweden?
Hell yeah,
Okay,
bro.
cool.
Let's do it, man.
I put
Gyökeres,
I don't love
Netherlands.
Netherlands. I was
Hit
super
the little.
I'm okay with putting Sweden first. Every part of me wants to put Japan second.
Sorry, man.
Every part of me, but I think we're pushing it at that point, right?
Yeah.
So Dutch second. Dutch second, but Japan. Let me have third.
Yeah, no, Japan has to be third.
Japan has to
I
be
think
third.
Japan deserves to be third, but
Yeah.
I can
Sorry.
see Japan sneaking in as a second place somehow. But we'll revisit the third place teams. All right, now we're getting into the
Today's-
realms of
Today's game.
today's
game.
matchups.
yeah.
Where do we want to start here? Do we
It's
want
so
to start with?
hard, man.
Sorry,
I was
I watched-
working and watching, you know? So,
I watched the Belgium-Egypt game, so let's start with that, right?
sure.
Egypt looked better than I thought.
They looked really good, bro.
Yeah.
Not on my
Really
bingo
good,
card,
man.
right?
Bro.
Obviously, like we know their star players. Like they
Yeah.
got Marmoush and Mohamed Salah. We know who they got up front. But overall, the way the team performed, like I've seen Egypt play before, and they felt so reliant on Mo Salah. Like everything had
Yeah,
to be funneled
overly.
through there. It felt like they were actually playing football this time. Like
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like a proper cohesive team. I was super impressed.
Yep. Stringing passes, like they didn't miscue any passes, and they were very like tight with their formation. And the goal, dude. What's his
Oh,
name?
what a
Ashore?
goal.
Ashore?
Shoot.
Sure.
Bro, like it was a rocket. Like Courtois didn't save it. Courtois
Dude.
couldn't save it.
You know what was
Yeah.
crazy? I think he was also sure that was going in.
Brunts.
Please still tune in, guys. This is a preview to come. But no,
You know
what I
wasn't?
thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
ahead.
no. You know what I thought was really interesting? I thought Salah had a free roll, and he looked really good. Because
Bro,
I think, like,
Right?
yeah, like what I was
Go
saying
ahead,
was,
go ahead, sorry.
like what he was doing. Like usually when he plays on the right wing, I just don't think he has a pace for it anymore.
Yep.
But I think because he kept dropping into midfield, just trying to find spaces, that confused the Belgian defense.
Yeah.
He was the one creating space.
Yep.
Like he pushed back, he pulled a defender to him, somebody made a run. So I
Yep.
think this kind of free roll now suits him more than being just predominantly a right winger. So that was something I took away from this game.
He's no longer the menace that he was on the wing. Like
No.
you can tell by his last season, right? Like
Yeah.
he has lost his legs. But when he played centrally, even for Liverpool, when he played centrally, like he was effective.
Yeah.
He scored goals. He would pop in, and he would, get an assist, score goals. He got an assist today as well, right?
got an assist today
and
as well.
he was playing like centrally, like more of a supporting striker. That's what I felt. But yeah, he was making those decoy runs, and
Yeah.
probably that confused the Belgian coach.
That's what it felt like to me. But
Yeah.
I mean, I was confused because this was not an Egypt that we had seen before. So it was, I think that caught them off guard. Lukaku came in. I don't know if they ruled the goal his goal.
It's an
or
own
his
goal.
own
Own goal.
It's an own goal. Yeah,
But
but I
first
mean,
touch almost, yeah.
he created the goal, right? So you got to give
Yeah.
him credit for that. And then
an
he
own
goes
goal,
on like 10 minutes later to miss an absolute sitter,
Sitter.
which is the most Lukaku experience ever. Like, I just think
Yeah.
it sums him up. I think he's their all-time leading goal scorer as well. It just summed it up so perfectly. I think the other guy they started, De Ketelaere, I don't know how to say his name.
Ketelaere, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't super impressed by him. I like his effort. He just looks a bit bumbly on the ball. He doesn't look smooth on the
Yeah.
ball. Playing with guys like Doku and De Bruyne, I don't know if he fit the type of way they want to play.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A little disappointed with Belgium, but I think they're also figuring this team out a little bit. It's a very different
Yeah.
look from how it was before. So let's see how they play out. But I think we still go Belgium 1 for the prediction. We just I think their talent will show through. It's a bit of it's a weaker group.
Yeah.
For second place, I think. Okay, look, New Zealand's gonna be last.
Yep.
Is that out of the way? New Zealand's last. They're happy to be here.
It's
We
clear
don't
as
know,
day.
right? We're gonna
Clear
put
as
New
day.
Zealand last. I think Iran's always like a solid team,
They
but
are.
I think Egypt showed me enough here where I'm willing to put them second, and they obviously have the talent. So do we go Egypt second, Iran third, or
I
do
had
we
Egypt
split?
second in my prediction.
This is exactly what I predicted, Sal. It's
Okay.
the same. Yep.
You predicted Iran second?
Yep, I did.
I-
I mean,
I-
solely based on how they.
How can you predict that, bro?
Bro,
I thought
listen.
you'd have Egypt first.
No way.
Dude, what?
Solely based on ranking, guys. Like honestly. So
Wow, I'm surprised,
I-
bro.
I did,
Okay.
I did.
All right. Okay.
You know what? I did too. I just think Iran always puts up good performances in tournaments. They always do good in Asia as well. They're like the team that's a historical team in Asia, right? They've been good since like the 80s. I kind of just wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, but on paper, I think Egypt is the better team. So I don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
too bad about that. All right, now we're getting into a little bit more unknown, but we saw Spain
Oh,
and
man.
Cabo Verde. What
bro,
the
like
hell?
I
Okay,
couldn't
what?
focus on work.
was
How
Lamine
can you,
Yamal?
bro?
I know he's
He was
still
on the
coming
bench.
Off, he's coming off
Why?
that injury that happened in April, obviously.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
I think, but he's supposed to be healthy, right? He's supposed to be fit. And I think what I've heard from what's coming out of the Spain camps is that they were confident they were going to win this, and so
Who
they
wasn't,
wanted to
though?
keep him fresh.
Yeah.
who wasn't,
Who was
right?
it? Like, bro.
Nobody
Man,
predicted
I-
this.
Bro, I literally
Nobody.
thought- Bro, I was watching that Cape Verde game. I could have swear it was Mikel Arteta coaching them, bro. The defensive
Shut up.
solidity of this
Shut
team, bro.
Now we got to listen
I
to
was
this after
impressed.
this guy.
No.
let him go,
Listen,
let him go, let him go.
listen, bro. There was I don't know who had a clear cut chance. I think it was Marino or Oyarzabal. Bro, literally a guy like blocked it. I don't even know their name. I'm sorry, Cape
don't.
Verde. I don't know your name, but you were unreal. This guy blocked it like he was Gabriel, bro. And every time
it was Oyarzabal. Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, he was trying to score. This guy Gabriel blocked it, and their solidity. They moved as a pack. When they wanted to double their winger, they kept pushing the ball to the side. Honestly, and they had a good chance with the corner. It came straight at the keeper. But man, shout out Cape Verde, bro. This is what the World Cup is all about.
Yep.
Literally nobody would even expect them to get a point against Spain, who are arguably the favorites. I'm in awe, man. That country has a population of 500,000 people. That's
Less than
than
Toronto.
the GTA.
Yeah.
Less than Toronto, bro.
Less than Toronto. Yeah.
Bro, unbelievable, man. You have to give them credit, bro.
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe what I watched.
This is the worst thing to happen to me as a Saudi Arabia fan.
What?
Because
Why?
you're hoping that, Cape Verde, they're going to lose every single game. And we can maybe sneak in as a third place team. Saudi's going to end up last now. Because Spain's going to come on.
They're
full
winning,
force
by the way. Sal.
against Saudi.
They scored against Uruguay.
Saudi scored against
my God.
Uruguay?
Yeah.
Is that happening right now?
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Damn. Okay. Good to know, bro.
Um,
Good to know.
Don't worry.
Wow.
Nunes
But-
is gonna save them.
Okay, I'm going to dial it back. I'm going to pretend
Can't even
like...
save himself.
Nunes is gonna save them in 2026 is really funny, bro.
Yeah, no chance. You know what?
Oh man.
I don't want to say anything. Uruguay, it's they should be the clear-cut second best team. right? Like I know
Yeah.
their roster's not as star-studded as it was maybe
That's
like
Cape
2 years
Verde,
ago.
obviously, but no.
But Uruguay should be second. But let's pretend like we don't know that Saudi Arabia scoreline because that's going on right now. Let's pretend like we don't know that scoreline. This puts Saudi in like a tough spot, in almost like a must-win situation, or at least
Yeah.
a point you got to scrape out from Uruguay. Then you hope to beat Cape Verde, potentially lose to Spain, and maybe sneak by with 4 points. But again, Saudi's one of those teams that I think is low key could give some teams a tough show. These are guys that play together a lot. They're not a lot of these like international dudes that are coming in to play together for the first time. These are guys that stay together, that have played together, same type of system, a coach that's familiar with them. So I was kind of clutching on straws here a little bit, hoping that maybe some of that chemistry will come through. There might be a chance. We'll kind of see. But Cape Verde getting that draw against Spain has blown this group completely up.
Right.
Do we still think Spain is going to qualify at top? Because I think that is still a
Yeah.
possibility.
Yeah,
and I
they
think
will. They
they're
will.
probably going to
Spain.
come out all guns blazing next. So we're going to go Spain first.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think second place here, we still just have to respect Uruguay probably, right?
Yeah.
I know.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. I think they'll come out. Unless Cape Verde pulls off another miracle, they should
No.
win that game. Let's see what happens against Saudi. And then even if they beat those two teams, that game against Spain becomes a little bit inconsequential. 6 points is always good enough to get you through. So let's go
Yeah.
Uruguay second.
Yo, we gotta go Cape Verde. We gotta do it, bro.
Bro, they're winning
Just do
right
it.
now.
Do it for the respect, man.
I
Just
know.
do it, bro.
I
Go
know.
for it.
And then
Do
I'll
it.
come back and I'll say I told you so. Because I had
Bro.
Saudi Arabia going second in my group. But you know what? It's okay.
Whatever, man. It's
it's
okay,
okay.
bro. We gotta respect what they've done, bro. That's what this podcast is all about.
You know what? Group I is super interesting because I think this is. I think figuring out second and third. Okay, you know what? France is first. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Let's not even talk about this, right? France's
France is
second
first.
team would be first in this. We're gonna do some fun games and stuff later, and I think France's squad's gonna get milked a lot. But France is first. Senegal, Norway. This is tough because obviously Senegal is coming off a good run in AFCON. Potentially AFCON champions, depending on who you ask. But
So
Norway's got a
controversial.
fucking roster on them, man.
So controversial. Eh? That was
Right?
crazy how that happened, bro. It's unbelievable.
Funny enough, Morocco also performed well. So these AFCON nations are really pulling it out.
Yeah.
But how do we feel about Norway? Because I think Norway on paper, especially their attack,
they're pretty strong,
obviously
bro.
super decent. Super decent.
That's
But
like
how
my
is it
dark
gonna
horse
string
team.
together?
That's like my dark horse team. Whenever I see Odegaard and Holland play for Norway, they're cooking, bro. They have Sorloth as well, who's their backup striker, and Strand
He
Larson.
starts. They
Strand Larson.
both Sorloth and Holland both start. They
And
play
they have
more
Strand
of like a
Larson.
traditional 4-4-2.
Yeah.
And they have Strand Larson off the bench, which is
Bench.
he would start for a lot of these countries.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, he didn't have the greatest of seasons at Palace, but he's still good enough to get into starting lineups of most of these seasons. And they have this younger guy. I think his name's Musa or Nusa from
Antonio
Leipzig.
Nusa.
Antonio
Yeah.
Nusa from Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Crazy
Yeah.
player. I think he's someone that they will involve, probably as a super sub, because he's, again, a pacey guy that can run behind. But I think for them, Sorloth needs to play that 10 role. And I think he's skilled enough to do that. He plays a bit of left wing for Atletico Madrid as well. So I think he's going to be that X factor for Norway this. Because you know Haaland's going to produce. You know Odegaard's going to get them opportunities. They even have Sander Berg playing beside Odegaard.
Yep.
And I think he's like the perfect type of player to give Odegaard that bit of protection. So, you know these guys are going to perform. They're experienced players. They're going to do their thing. I want to see a bit of Oscar Bob.
That'd be
Get
nice.
some minutes as well. I don't think he's going to start, but
Not really.
he should get some minutes for sure. But I think if Sorloth can be that bit of like a connection piece and how well him and Haaland can work together, because arguably that's the best two striker, one of the best two striker kind of pairings in the whole World Cup right now, which is insane.
And best, it's like they had like the best
Kinda like
three
a front
striker
triangle.
collection, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Sorloth,
yeah.
Strand Larson,
Yeah.
Holland. That's crazy.
That's
That's
really
pretty
good.
really good strikers, right?
Yeah.
Holland
Really
obviously
good.
probably being the best, arguably. So, I have Norway second for sure.
You have Norway second. I'll be honest.
100%.
I had Senegal second.
I had Senegal second too.
What?
They are a force,
only
man.
my only thing with Norway is the weather. They're playing in some of the
Bro, the
hotter
amount of
cities.
times you mentioned the weather, like you said, is crazy. Bro.
But I never thought about that.
No,
It
it's a
is
good
a thing
factor,
to
it's fair,
consider.
it's
If you go back to all the other last World Cups, like the weather plays a huge part. A lot of the Northern European nations tend to, it's obviously not make or break, but they tend to slightly underperform. Belgium really underperformed in South Africa and in Qatar. Like some of these kind of Northern and Eastern European nations that don't get some of this heat, they don't perform as well. It's been statistically shown over the last couple of World Cups now. So weather honestly plays a huge part. That's where guys like teams like Ecuador and stuff really do perform well. Ivory Coast
Yeah.
perform well. AFCON nations are performing well. Whereas
That's
teams
true.
like Spain, although they are somewhat used to it, Cape Verde is not too far of a flight away from where they're coming from. The environment does make a huge difference.
Yeah.
I did a lot of my tournament based on that, right? Because I feel like it's hard to just go off rosters. You have to go off these little intangibles. I think that's what separates some teams in the World Cup. And for me personally, a team like Senegal and Norway, because Senegal's not a joke team either. This is not like
No,
they're a bunch of
absolutely not.
scrubs. They got
Absolutely
Bro,
to
potential
me,
winners for AFCON. Not
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
AFCON.
Yeah.
to me,
World
them
Cup?
being suited to the play style in America and in places like Texas and stuff and Florida where they're playing a lot of their games might be the differentiator for me personally. I love Norway. I follow the players in Norway, so I don't mind giving Norway second. But Anurup, I'll give you the tiebreaker. We're 1-1. Who are you pushing for second, Senegal or Norway?
Bro, I'm pushing for Senegal.
All right, let's do it. We'll go Senegal, Norway. This isn't the end of the world for Norway. I think we're all gonna agree Norway, even if we have them as third, should
Yeah.
be a shoo-in to still move on to the round of 16.
16.
All right. I think we can make this one a bit quick.
I think it's already in order.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine.
I think there's an argument to have.
Argument between
Algeria can
and
be
Australia.
stronger.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
Algeria's got decent players. I don't know how good Riyad Mahrez is now,
Anymore, yeah.
but I think just having him on the team is more like a Neymar presence type thing. Like
Yeah.
the players respect him, and they have a couple of good guys.
Is Eight Nouri Algerian? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So they got a couple
Couple
of
of decent players.
decent players. You could even argue, on paper, they're slightly the better team. But I'm indifferent here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Any hard objections?
That's
Not
all right.
really.
Yeah.
I put Algeria second, but you know what,
Why'd
think
you
I
have
did have-
Algeria second? Both of you.
bro?
I just think on paper they're a little bit better. If you go through their national team, there's a lot of guys that play in the top flight of League One. There's a lot of guys that play in Turkey. Whereas you compare it with the Austria team, a couple of guys are playing in like the Estonian league, the Russian league. They're not playing in as top leagues. And then
Okay.
obviously my great differentiator, which is the
Weather.
So again, teams like Morocco and they're performing well, and I kind of expect Algeria to also perform well. But then you also see Tunisia. It can go either way.
That's it.
So that's why
Exactly.
this is not one I want to die over. So I'm okay with putting Austria, and we'll revisit Algeria for the third place matchup.
Yeah, and they only lost to Nigeria in AFCON, by the way. They've got a very good record. Yeah, so, like, that's what I based, Algeria's position on.
And again, I went through some of these rosters, and I don't know a lot of the Australian players, but when I was going through the Algerian roster, there were some names I recognized, right?
Yeah.
Eight Nouri. I obviously recognize Ben Taleb. He plays for Lille. I remember him from
Yeah.
FIFA. Hassam Aouar.
I'm like-
If you guys remember Hassam Aouar, he played
Bro,
for
don't
Lyon
remind
for
me
a
of
long
Hassan.
time.
Yeah, I remember that guy, bro.
You know, you of course
Oh my
know.
God. Dude, this guy was
Riyad
destined to come
Mahrez
to
is
Arsenal.
there.
Thank God he didn't, but
He ended
Was
up.
he
He was
that
a wonder.
bad?
He was a wonder
Yeah,
kid. Like at
he was
18,
supposed to be one.
19, he was super highly touted.
Yeah.
And Arsenal were linked for like a big money move at the time, like 50 million, which was big at the time for a 19-year-old. And they ended up not signing him for whatever reason. I think the club didn't sell him. I don't know what it was. Something didn't work out, and no one ever heard from him ever again. Like
I think he plays in
it's not like
Saudi
he's
now.
he's not like a bad player by any means. He's just not what people thought he was gonna be. Not like the world-class talent. So again, not one I'm gonna end up dying on that hill on. We'll see how Austria perform. I think this group kind of writes itself as well.
Yeah, I think
But
so,
you know
yeah.
what? Let's talk about Portugal a little bit. I know, Anurup, you're rooting for Portugal. I think the thing that screams out, this is a team that I'm kind of pseudo root for as well. If for the teams that can win it, I'm obviously going to root for England. England and Portugal are on a crash course in the early rounds of the round of 32 as well, round of 32 or round of 16. But obviously my GOAT, our GOAT, the greatest of all time, the best looking of all time to ever do it, Ronaldo, he needs a World Cup. So for me,
Ronaldo.
if England doesn't win it,
Ronaldo.
like I would love Cristiano Ronaldo to get another one, to get his World Cup, and then Messi doesn't have a Euros, so to me that's a differentiator. If you don't have a Euros, you can't be the GOAT.
Yeah, it doesn't
obviously.
matter. Yeah.
So
Copa
unless Messi
America
wins a
doesn't-
Euros by the white he retires, then if Ronaldo wins a World Cup and he has Euros, he's the GOAT. Easy.
Yeah, that's the math is mathing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we gotta start with their midfield. I don't know, like that midfield.
They've got the strongest midfield. Let's like hands down, one of the strongest midfield.
I think
Right?
maybe the
It's them
strongest.
or
I'd say.
France, right? Like I think it's them or France. It has to be them or France, no?
Yeah. Who else?
No, I pick Portugal. I think Portugal have a better midfield. I don't think
Yeah.
France. It's their midfield.
Brazil
Vitinha,
has a
João
decent.
Neves.
Brazilians got a decent world, but yeah, it just doesn't compare.
They've got
João
an
Neves is
old
arguably the
midfield,
best.
right?
Yeah,
They
Brazil. I
got
don't
an older
even.
midfield.
No, I wouldn't say so. Yeah, I think to me Portugal is by far number one in terms.
And
of
I think
midfield.
Portugal has the best chance this time compared to their previous teams, from
Yeah.
2004, 2008. They had Cristiano in 2004 as well, and he's still
Yeah.
playing, right?
Yeah.
But I think this is the best team that they've had until now.
You're
know?
saying overall, like the
I
overall
think
squad?
so. I think so. Overall squad, this is the best shot that they have to go to the to the semis or the finals. I don't think they've played finals. Portugal has never been to the finals.
Not in a World
They've been
Cup.
to a third. They've been to the 2006 World Cup third place match where they lost.
They lost.
Yeah.
And they never even got a bronze medal, but they've been to a third place match.
Yeah.
Never made it to a finals. And I think when Ronaldo was at his peak, there were holes elsewhere in the team, right? I think the midfield was an especially weak point. Their defense was decent. They had like Pepe, Ricardo Carvalho,
Yeah.
Fabio Coentrao. They
Coentrao,
had some
yeah.
decent defenders. They had some all right attackers, obviously led by Ronaldo, but their midfield was
Right.
weak. And I think this year their midfield is just incredibly strong. I think their defense is actually underrated.
good.
Like they're super strong
Yeah.
as well. They got the best left back in the world. They got a couple of guys
Ruben
that can throw at
Diaz,
right back.
yeah.
They have
Diaz,
Ruben
yeah.
Diaz. They have. I'm not saying Dalo's amazing or Nelson Semedo is not amazing, but at the World Cup, I think they're more than good enough to get the job done. Or you can play Matheus Nunes there as well.
Exactly.
Man
The way
City has
Pep
been
has,
playing.
he has shoehorned him in that
Exactly.
role, and he's doing great. I feel.
That second half of the season, he thrived in that position, right? Joao Cancelo's still on this team. Like this defense is.
Look at the backups. Look at the the second team. Like even their reserve is strong. I feel.
Like,
Like
it's
Gonzalo,
really strong.
yeah.
I'm hesitant about their forward line because Gonzalo
Yeah.
Ramos, I've never been high on him. I think people remember that one hat trick.
Hat trick that he
That's it.
scored. Yeah.
I never thought he was that good. I don't think he performed that well in the Euros. His record for PSG is pretty
Awful.
poo-poo.
It's god awful.
Yeah.
João Felix has been playing in Saudi, so I don't know
Meh.
what to make of him. I've heard he's playing well, but it's Saudi. You have to take a bit of a grain of salt.
With a pinch of
Rafael
salt,
Leao has been poo-poo this last season. He's been linked heavily
Bro,
with United.
on his day, he's good. Okay, like
That's what. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
if he if he shows up his A game, I think he can be a menace on the flanks.
100%. It's just going off form. He's going through the worst form of his career.
That's
And
true.
that's what makes me nervous. That's what I'm bringing up about this team. It's like on paper, great talent. Form wise, these are not the guys in the best of form. Pedro Neto, I'm not the biggest Pedro Neto fan. I think he can attack some defenders, but again, the end result is hit or miss. That might get you a red card if he's feeling a bit Chelsea about it. So again, Gonzalo Guedes, this is a guy that's a bit of more of a veteran presence now. Good player, but these are guys that who's gonna overperform. They're gonna need guys to overperform. You know, Vitinha's gonna do his thing. The defense is gonna do his thing. Bruno's gonna get them chances.
I think so.
it's-
Bruno's going to be key.
Bruno's gonna
It's-
be
it's
key, and he's never
it's up
played
to
with
Bruno.
protection like this.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's up to Bruno. You're saying, right?
Portugal's success is up to Bruno. If he can do what he did at Man United, just finding chances, I think there's enough quality in that front line to put them away. As much as we can talk, I'm not a Chelsea fan at all, trust me. And Pedro Neto hasn't been good for them, but again, on his day with more space, it's not the Premier League, it's not as physical. I think he can do damage, and a lot of those front players can as well. So
And they've never played with a playmaker like that.
Like Bruno.
And Bruno's never played with protection like that. So it just kind of like that trickle effect. You know what? If it's not England, I really do hope Portugal wins. So we're gonna put him number one. I think we can't really speak much on Congo and Uzbekistan. At least I can't. I don't know much about them. So Colombia is a talented team. Let's put Colombia second, Congo third, Uzbekistan fourth. We'll just go with that.
That's good.
Yep.
Sounds good.
It's a tough group.
This is a tough group, man.
Yep.
I was actually surprised how low Ghana was ranked. Did you guys know Ghana was ranked only 74th?
I was shocked actually because they were so good. Like what, 2 World Cups ago, they had like ballers, right?
Yeah.
Always kind of competitive.
Boating,
right?
Kevin, like this was like 10, maybe 3 World Cups
Asamoah
ago. Yeah, Asamoah.
Yeah.
And
Now they have Semenyo.
Yeah,
Semenyo plays for Ghana, so
he's the only player that
they
up.
were supposed to have Thomas Partey, but
else?
he couldn't come to Canada.
you know what, that was the right decision.
Bro, like innocent
right
until proven. No, I can't even do that.
Come on, what are you gonna?
Nah, bro, stay home, bro. Stay home.
I'm buying you a Partey jersey, bro.
No, I can't wear that, bro. Good player, but he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about England, right? Because that's obviously this is one of the teams that we can talk about through and through. Why don't we talk a little bit about the squad selection? Because there were some
the
surprises
most controversial.
in there. I have my thoughts, but I'll go last on this one because I might be potentially against the window a little bit here. But I don't know. How did you guys feel about the squad selection? There were some very notable absences, very big names that were left out. What do you guys thought of Tuchel, how he's going to perform, and the squad that he picked for this World Cup, the 26-man?
Bro, it can be a genius pick. That's what I thought. Like when I obviously, just like anyone else, I was surprised. Like you're not picking Foden. Like you drop. Okay, I get you drop Trent, but then you like when you bring in Jed Spence. I didn't get it initially, but then knowing Thomas Tuchel and his like he being a master tactician, and he's pretty good with egos. He's pretty good with big players. So might be he's trying to get a decent control over the squad, and I don't know. It can be a hit or a miss, or he can be a genius, or he can be a big flop. But I was surprised, just like anyone else.
Like for me, I think there's a clear pattern with the players he's not choosing. He's not choosing luxury players. Like Phil Foden, at this point, bro, for 2 seasons he hasn't performed. Why are we picking him in a World Cup? Why is this controversial? He's been terrible for England. I don't remember one notable moment for England. Do you remember?
That's true.
I
Not
can't
really,
remember.
no. No.
Cole Palmer, sure. Cole Palmer, you know what? He had that big goal in the finals, right? But ever since then, even for Chelsea, he's been poor.
Yeah.
So that I understood. Same with Trent. Like he's had a few games for Madrid, but he hasn't been the Trent of old. And I think he's building this team around Harry Kane. So Harry Kane, what is he good at? He's good at dropping deep, spraying long balls. So he needs wingers who can run. That's why Madueke works, right? Even though he's not as clinical, but he's someone, again, he's going to put the defensive work, well, that's a bit shaky too, but at least more than guys like Palmer or even Foden. So I didn't think that part was controversial. I was just surprised Morgan Gibbs-White didn't make it. Because I thought he was having an unreal season. He's been unreal. Like I'd say even as an Arsenal fan who loves Eze to death, I love that guy. Let it all work out, all that great. But Morgan gets, hey bro, champions baby. You can sing a song when you make it, alright? Never mind, let me load back in. It's not gonna happen.
For the next 20 years, maybe.
Next 20 years, you can sing that. But anyways, my point is, even if Morgan Gibbs-White made it over Eze, that would have made sense to me. Because I thought he carried that Nottingham Forest team by the end, especially. So that omission kind of made sense, but not. I'm okay with Palmer not making it. Phil Foden to me is not controversial at all. I don't know what's the English media's obsession with Foden. Obviously, he was really good 2-3 years ago. He won the
Right.
PFA Player of the Year, amazing. But he hasn't been close to the levels, bro,
That's
in
right.
a long
that's right.
time. So I don't think it's controversial at all. I think it's a ballsy move, and I hope it pays off. To be honest.
I agree with you guys. Actually, I'm actually a little surprised. I think I was expecting a bit more kind of hesitancy, but I do agree with you guys because as an England fan, the biggest thing that held us back, fucking World Cup and Euro after Euro, was picking names, not players. Right? That
Yeah.
was what held Sven-Goran Eriksson back. It was just okay. Phil Foden's the best player, so we have to take him, not considering how does he work with Declan Rice or Harry Kane. Right? These teams should be built around a couple of guys, and Phil Foden is not good enough to be one of those guys.
Right.
Right? So, again, I'm not super mad about the Madueke pick. I think I was a little bit concerned about how the roster selected. They only picked 5 midfielders, and one of them is Jordan Henderson. I feel like Jordan Henderson is one of those guys that are there for as like a veteran presence. I would have loved another midfielder just in as an injury reserve. I don't think this team needed 3 strikers. I think you could have passed out on Ivan Toney. I think
Easily.
between Harry Kane,
Easily.
Yeah.
Harry Kane and Ollie Watkins more than get the job done. And
Yeah.
you have guys like Rashford and or I would have loved to see a Jared Bowen on this team. Because again, you could put him
Right.
down the middle, another option to play on the right, a left footer, but he doesn't play like Saka. He doesn't play like Madueke. But he can also run in behind. He can move in a little bit centrally. I would have loved to see Jared Bowen on this team. I'm not overall disappointed with the strikers. Midfield, I agree. Morgan Gibbs-White had a real good shout.
It's a big miss.
Especially because him and
I
Jude
agree.
Bellingham play a bit similarly. And I think that's fine because if Bellingham gets injured, he's a guy that can come in and still play that role and keep the team flowing the same way. But on that note, there's rumors going around that Jude Bellingham's not going to start the first game.
Wow.
There's rumors
That's
that
gonna be
Morgan
huge.
Rogers might
Morgan
get
Rogers,
the nod.
baby. Oh yeah.
What do you guys think? Is it worth making that type of change now? Morgan Rogers barely has any caps for England. Well, you could argue on form.
Yeah, I think Rogers is
He's-
better. He's been in a better form.
On form. Dude, I love Morgan Rogers. Such a baller. And I think that's a ballsy move, but I genuinely feel like when you have Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice, you're fine. Go do your thing up front, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Jude Bellingham is more of a box to box. Morgan Rogers is more of a final third killer, and I think that's what England need, right? Because even when Harry Kane drops out to do the playmaking and things like that, Morgan Rogers can make runs in. He can get the
forward
ball at the
runs.
edge of the box, curl it top corner. So I
To
think
be
it
fair,
fits.
Bellingham is great at that too, and that's how Tuchel and England in general, and especially in Real Madrid, he uses that. He gets a lot of goals for that
Yeah.
reason, is because he likes to push forward so much. Previously, England tried to use him as an 8. He's not an 8.
He's
he
not
has
an
to
8.
be played as a 10. He's someone that gets in the box, and that's why I think Morgan Gibbs-White would have been good, because no one else plays like Jude Bellingham. It's only Morgan Gibbs-White. Even Morgan Rogers will want to drift out a little bit, stay outside the box, and he's great at that. But I think I like it. I think you just got to pick a team based on the team that you're playing against. If it's a team where you're going to hold a lot of possession, I think Morgan Rogers is better because I think he can, outside of the box, create more chances. It's a team that you're maybe going to be on the back foot a little bit, a Portugal, a France, like a big nation. I think you need to play Jude Bellingham, someone that can drive the ball, run in, get behind where Harry Kane is dropping through. Bellingham's a great guy, like that Morgan Gibbs-White style, where he can just ping the ball forward, use the wingers, and push forward. Quickly, though, I'll touch on the defense. Defenses I was a little bit disappointed with. I kind of know what Tuchel's doing. He wants guys that can play multiple positions. But I get it, but is it really worth picking Jet Spence over a guy like Lewis Hall just because Jet Spence can play right back?
Lewis Hall was a huge like that didn't.
Like, sure, I don't think the drop-off in quality is worth the variety.
Yeah.
You know? I think center backs, they'll be okay between
Yeah.
John Stones, Guehi, Kwanzaa.
You have Dan Burn
I think
as
they'll
well.
Be
so-
solid.
Dan Burn, yeah.
Dan Burn makes me a little bit nervous because he fits the Premier League style.
Yeah.
I don't know how. There's some guys that play better in Europe and not in the Premier League, and I think Dan Burn's one of those guys that really excels in the Premier League. But
Yeah.
let's see how he fares playing against international oppositions.
I think
He's
you're
like the
underrating
Stoke
Dan Burn a
City
bit, bro.
guys, right? Stoke City
Nah,
defense, remember? Like they
Yeah.
had like a strong defense. So Dan Burn is like them.
I
And
just
again, he's been
I
playing a
thought
lot
he
of
was good
left
though. Yeah, but I think he's been good for Newcastle, Dan Burn.
He's not
Like,
going to
I'm
start
not-
anyway. So
Yeah, like
he's
I'm
on
glad
the
he's on the team. Like I think he's. Imagine England are down 0-0. You need someone from a corner. I think Dan Burn's gonna come.
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. I think he
Right,
has those
great up.
situations. I would have taken Maguire. I just would have taken Maguire over him. I know he's an out-and-out center back, but his track record for England is unreal.
He's been good.
Again, corner kick, he scores goals, timely goals. And in England, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's that sure thing in the like. He's proven for England, just like Pickford is proven for England. Pickford's not the best goalkeeper, but he shows out. And I think Harry Maguire, even if he didn't start, he would have been a good player to just have on that team. Less versatile, but I think still someone that could have provided a bit more stability for Tuchel. But again, Dan Burn's not a bum. I'm not worried about it. I like his ability to play multiple positions, but yeah, their starting lineup is pretty set, right? It's gonna be most likely Gahey and Stones if he's fit. If not, I don't mind Konza. Konza's been really good, especially in the warm-up
he's been
games.
amazing for
Really good in the
Leverkusen.
warm-up games.
Yep.
Then you go.
I think
Reece
that's the
James on
starting.
right side.
I think that's the starting pair though. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be Konza and
Guehi?
but yeah,
Really?
I think so.
Oh,
I think so.
okay.
I think so.
I think
I think
so,
John
yeah.
Stones.
I thought
at
it'd be
this
Stones, yeah.
point,
It's just like he's.
It's dicey.
Playing for a long time, it's dicey in my opinion.
Yeah. I think he will play, and I think he will start. I just don't think he starts the first game, because that's also not how they've been going in the preseasons. But it'll be interesting to see. So we're gonna lock in England as number one. I'm pretty sure we got them
Yeah.
going pretty deep first in this group. Are we going Croatia second? I think not the
I'd say-
powerhouse that they used to be, but I think Croatia still should be comfortably moving forward.
I think you still got to respect them as a team. They're not 2018 Croatia, but
This is a toss-up for me. What do you guys think?
Ghana for me.
Ghana third, man.
No,
Like,
bro, Ghana
Let's go
for sure,
Ghana.
bro.
Let's go Ghana.
Cement-
No, sorry, I
I'm
meant
surprised.
Panama. Panama third. No, I'm joking.
Panama third?
No, I'm joking.
No way.
Oh, okay.
Kidding me?
Oh no. Oh no.
Do we lose our all predictions?
We just lost all our predictions.
No way.
We went Mexico, South Korea, Czech Republic, and South Africa. Let's just redo this
Yeah.
really quickly.
But no, this is good. We can just go recap.
Little
what we
recap.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Czech Republic, South Korea.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. We're backing our boys in Canada.
Canada first.
Canada, Switzerland. Did you want to back Qatar for this one?
Nah.
Change your mind?
Nah. Kid.
Bosnia and
Thank you.
Qatar. We're gonna go.
Like, what the hell, man?
Bro, let me show some support, bro. Why are you guys so mean?
Brazil,
Jacko's going to
Morocco,
come from the
Scotland,
bench and
Haiti.
score.
Oh man.
United States.
We're going United States 1. We changed it up. United States 1, Turkey 2. Are we sticking with Australia 3?
Yeah,
Or
let's stick with
Paraguay 3?
Australia.
Do we have Paraguay 3?
No. Oh, we had Paraguay 3. Hang on.
We
We-
have Paraguay 3.
But
We can change
Australia has a window, you know. They-
Yo,
they-
you know what's crazy? We spent a whole video predicting. Now we're like, hey, let's just speak what we like. It's the vibes.
it. We
Like,
had
I mean,
Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and of course,
Curacao.
one of our favorite nations, Curacao, is fourth.
Yep.
Jersey's coming.
We had.
We had Sweden first. We had Sweden first.
We had
No
Sweden
way.
first, Netherlands second, Japan third, and Tunisia finishing fourth. I like it. We gotta have some bold picks, and that's a bold pick that I'm
course,
willing
man.
to have. I think this group kind of writes itself, but we're gonna go. I know we originally, I think me and Anurup had Iran second. but
Yep.
We switched it up. We're gonna go with Egypt second. We
Egypt
like how
second.
they played. Their offense looks solid. Like how Salah's involved with the offense. Iran third. New Zealand happy to be there.
Correct, teammate. Oh, that's Australia.
Group. Counts. Same. Close enough.
Sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Spain with an unreal disappointment against Cabo Verde, but we were still gonna respect their roster, let them go in first. Saudi Arabia, no, Uruguay second.
Sneaky.
Cabo
boy,
Verde third, and then Saudi Arabia fourth.
Are they still winning, Anup?
Oh,
Saudi
Saudi?
Arabia?
Hang
Saudi
on.
Arabia?
Let me check.
How much did we
While they're
follow
up
this
2-0, we're predicting
Nope.
they will be
1-1.
Hey, see, I told
Okay.
you. Guys, you gotta trust me.
Gotta,
Guys.
gotta
Araujo
figure.
scored.
You guys gotta go. Who scored?
Nunez was subbed in halftime, like right after halftime.
Oh wow, damn, that sucks.
But 1-1. Sorry.
1-1.
What was the compromise here? Senegal or Norway?
I think I
I know
wanted
me and-
Norway second, but you guys wanted Senegal
But we,
second.
we
so-
went Senegal.
No, Senegal
second,
has to be second. Come on.
Norway
Yeah.
third. We were just going to go in the order here. Argentina, clear favorites for the World Cup.
Yep.
We're going to talk a lot more about them in the following episodes. Austria, Algeria.
Did we put
Jordan?
Algeria second, Sal?
No, we
Or
had
no?
Austria
No?
second and Algeria third, yeah.
Okay.
And this is in the same
Yeah,
order.
right.
So we're going Group K, Portugal,
Yep.
Colombia, Congo, Uzbekistan.
Yep.
And lastly, England, Croatia, Ghana,
Ghana.
Panama.
Boom.
Cool.
Okay.
And something went.
Well, our tool doesn't want to work with us, but that's our World Cup group predictions in. What we'll do in the next episode is we'll also fill out our knockout rounds and go over some of the other games that have taken place, kind of like what we've done today. We'll go over the Saudi Arabia game that's going on right now and cover all the rest of the first games that are happening in the group. We're gonna fill out our knockout stage, and we got a lot more content coming out for you guys. A lot of fun little games. We're gonna have guest appearances from faces that some of you might recognize. A lot more stuff coming up from us. Before we end the podcast, anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to discuss? Wants, needs, concerns?
I'm glad we're here, and
Yep.
we're here talking about football, and it makes me really happy. I hope our
Finally.
predictions are as accurate as possible. I hope they're not VAR from perfect, but just perfect.
Hey, that's
I
why we're
like
called
that
what
bit.
we're called, right? We share our opinions. They're probably going to be bad opinions, and you guys are going to hear a lot more of those in the weeks, months, and years to follow potentially. So, if you guys haven't already, please follow our socials. You can see our information at the bottom here. VAR From Perfect on Instagram, on Twitter. Follow our podcast. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like. We'll be posting our YouTube as well. So follow us for a lot more contact. That's all from me, guys. Peace.